Ladies and gentlemen, this is just out. This is major, huge news. A tremendous victory for President Trump, a tremendous victory for the country. Feds recommend that Andrew McCabe, former FBI second-in-command, face charges. Justice rejects Andrew McCabe's appeal to avoid prosecution. William Barr is going to... It's imminent, folks. The indictments are going to take place. Justice Department authorized prosecutors to charge Andrew McCabe, Washington Post. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll do a playlist on this of all the times that I have stated that Andrew McCabe is going to be charged. He will be charged. By the way, I started a sports channel. It's H.A. Goodman Sports. H.A. Goodman Sports Channel. That's what the name of the channel is. It's below in the pinned comment. Please subscribe to it. If you enjoy ESPN or talk radio or whatever, anything sports related, I love sports, as you can see from the background. I will be talking about that. And check out H.A. Goodman's other channel also. That's my third channel that I will consistently produce content on. So H.A. Goodman Sports below. Check it out. Please tell your friends and subscribe. Let's get it to 10,000 like you got H.A. Goodman's other channel too. Justice Department denies Andrew McCabe's bid to avoid charges. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't believe me, you say H.A. I don't, I'm tired of hearing it. I don't believe you. Well, do you believe Tom Fitton? Of course you do. Looks like Andrew McCabe will be prosecuted for lies and leaks. Tom Fitton, September 12, 2019. So let's just read. I'm going to move this mic. Let's just read a little bit of... Okay. Let's just read a little bit of the USA Today article talking about this. So federal prosecutors recommend that Andrew McCabe, former FBI second-in-command, be indicted. Federal prosecutors have recommended bringing criminal charges against Andrew McCabe, the former deputy director of the FBI and frequent target of criticism. Okay, so the frequent target of criticism part, it's like, yeah, President Trump was set up by this guy. Andrew McCabe set up Trump, Michael Flynn, George Papadopoulos. Now James Comey is after him saying, well, I didn't tell you to leak. I didn't tell you to leak information. And it's all coming crashing down. This entire rotten edifice will come crashing down. By the way, why do you think this is all? It's all for Hillary 2020. I keep saying what's going to take place. Hillary 2020. She's running again. It's going to be the same outcome. Trump is going to win. But this is going to be the most divisive, chaotic, absurd election. It's going to make 2016 look like the teacup ride at Disneyland. I keep telling everyone, and that too will happen. But Andrew McCabe, federal prosecutors have recommended bringing criminal charges against Andrew McCabe, the former deputy director of the FBI and frequent target of criticism. Okay, so McCabe was fired from the FBI just before his retirement in March 2018 after the Justice Department's internal watchdog concluded that he had improperly authorized a leak about federal investigation into the Clinton Foundation in the final weeks of the 2016 presidential campaign. Investigators also concluded that he displayed a lack of candor when asked about the leak. The leak is interesting. Why did this take place? Well, it took place because his wife received $600,000 to $800,000 from Terry McAuliffe. Terry McAuliffe was the Virginia governor, but with great ties to the Clinton Foundation. There's a conflict of interest there. He should absolutely never, ever, ever have been allowed to investigate Clinton in the email investigation and then investigate Trump if his wife received hundreds of thousands of dollars from Terry McAuliffe. That should never have taken place, ever. People who are opposed to Trump or have derangement issues or Democrats, basically, I'm repeating myself, they say, well, the media said, well, he leaked information about the Clinton Foundation. Doesn't that show that he was above board? In fact, he was actually against Clinton, right? No, wrong. The Clinton Foundation probe investigation, notice how they didn't have CNN waiting outside one of the Clinton Foundation donors or officials' houses. Notice how nothing took place. President Obama's administration, what they did was they simply said, well, we'll have an investigation. And then they didn't investigate. And then the media said, well, they found nothing. There was no investigation, really, of the Clinton Foundation. There are ongoing investigations now, but under Andrew McCabe, nothing was ever going to get done. William D. Campbell testified before Congress. William D. Campbell stated that Russian lobbyists were bragging about their influence over the Clinton Foundation. And that was to numerous congressional committees. They didn't invest. This had to do with cash flowing to the Clinton Foundation amid the Russian uranium deal to expedite the sale of 20% of U.S. uranium capacity, which took place under a very tough Democratic administration, under President Obama's administration. He could have vetoed the sale. He didn't. Why wasn't there an investigation regarding that? Why didn't the Clinton Foundation probe under Andrew McCabe ask William D. Campbell or to have him testify before a grand jury? That was never going to happen. That was an investigation in name only under McCabe. When he leaked the information, he did so for self-serving purposes. He did so with the intent to deceive. Why? Because his wife received hundreds of thousands of dollars. And so to create the image that he was really actually just not only neutral and unbiased like Debbie Wasserman Schultz, who was forced to resign in disgrace, but this was an attempt at saying, well, look, obviously I'm compromised. Obviously there's a conflict of interest. Let me just simply leak some information to some reporters in the Wall Street Journal, and that'll show that, the money didn't affect me. What took place was he then lied about who allowed him to leak the information. He then lied about leaking the information. He then lied numerous times under oath. James Comey has stated, and McCabe could be right, but it doesn't matter. He lied under oath. James Comey has stated that I never told McCabe to lie. I never told McCabe to leak. He did so on his own. I didn't tell him anything. And so that's the issue here. The issue is that while Andrew McCabe and Comey and Strzok and Clapper and Brennan, all of them were doing everything possible, all in concert, all achieving the same goals and objectives through different means, Peter Strzok tells Andrew McCabe, we will stop Trump. Or Peter Strzok tells Lisa Page, we will stop Trump. He tells Andrew McCabe, we have an insurance policy on Trump. Andrew McCabe sends Peter Strzok to London. Clapper conducts, writes two reports, or he oversees two reports, one a DHS report and one an Office of Director of National Intelligence report that come with warranty disclaimers stating that the United States government is not certain, they're only highly confident that the DNC was even hacked. CrowdStrike is outsourced by the Democratic Party, and the U.S. government at that point has no problem, absolutely no problem, not looking at DNC servers and accepting and just assuming that the Democratic Party would, that a company, a third-party tech firm outsourced by the Democratic Party would give the U.S. government pristine copies of DNC servers that were allegedly hacked. Okay, this is absurd. The FBI, Andrew McCabe, Comey, Strzok, they never looked at DNC servers. And if the rebuttal is, well, that CrowdStrike gave pristine copies of the DNC server images, how do you know? How on earth do you know? Would you trust the RNC? Of course not. Of course you wouldn't. So, Here you have McCabe's lawyers asked the Justice Department Principal Deputy Attorney General to overrule the recommendation that he be indicted according to... Okay, so they tried a last-minute effort to say, well, it's not fair. But he messed up. With Strzok, he could just say, well, I said we will stop Trump, but I didn't really mean that. All I meant was... the country will stop Trump. And then he slithered his way out of that. Even though he really didn't, because under the 18 U.S. Code 371 statute that I talk about in my Federalist article, none of them, they're all at risk of that statute. And this is just one of potentially many indictments McCabe will receive. But it'll happen imminently, later today, tomorrow, who knows, Monday. Who knows? But what's going to take place is that if you look at Peter Strzok said we will stop Trump, he got away with it. James Comey leaked memos. His memos were classified and he held them in a safe at his home. That is illegal. He got away with that, but what he leaked wasn't classified because he made up everything. Almost certainly those memos were made up. There's no evidence that anything he said was accurate. They utilized the memos to start a special counsel under Trust Sessions. Jeffrey Beauregard Trust Sessions. Yeah, right. Then, so he got away with that because he was able to just say, well, I had to give this information, and this was information that I felt it was important. Well, it was basically a diary entry. You can see that these people, James Baker is under criminal investigation, the top FBI legal counsel. All of these people committed crimes. But what they did was they hid behind protocol, or they hid behind bureaucracy, because Comey broke protocol and was insubordinate and committed crimes left and right. But he fell back on, well, I didn't leak classified intelligence. Yay! Well, he mishandled classified intelligence by putting the classified documents in a safe. That's another story. Where are his memos with Obama regarding a whole bunch of issues? Of course, it's all political theater. The 18371 statute that I talk about regarding defrauding the United States government in the Federalist, that will apply to all of these basically criminals. But he got out of it. Strzok got out of his thing. Clapper said, well, President Obama told me. Brennan said he didn't know. Maybe he was given wrong information. He wasn't there. The check's in the mail. Everything, every excuse you can give. McCabe didn't have that luxury because his wife. This is the thing. It was not really his wife's fault. He's a top FBI official. They thought they can get away with everything. He's a top FBI official. He should have explained to his wife, hey, look, you can't accept this money for your state campaign. I understand you want to be a politician, but you can't accept this money from Terry McAuliffe, Virginia governor, who is also a Clinton Foundation fundraiser. He has raised and he raises money for the Clinton Foundation. Terry McAuliffe, you're talking about a reptilian character that is almost as slimy as James Comey. When you see those like alligators, crawling or walking across the golf courses in Florida, that's a Comey and Terry McAuliffe sighting. But I'll just continue reading. The Justice Department. Okay, so found misstate his involvement in a leak to the Wall Street Journal days before the election about an FBI investigation of the Clinton Foundation. He was ousted days before he could begin collecting retirement benefits. Also, it benefited McCabe. The way these people work, they play both sides all the time. Although they were 98% against Trump, you could say like 1.5%. Very likely also he leaked, just to say, well, you know what? There is a Clinton Foundation investigation. Hint, hint, future President Hillary Clinton. we do want to get on your good side, but we have this little tiny, I'm actually probably giving him too much credit. But McCabe, who became acting FBI director temporarily after President Trump fired James Comey in May of 2017. Okay, so Trump applauded the decision to fire McCabe in 2018, calling it a great day for democracy. It was a great day for democracy. The fact that President Trump calls it a great day for democracy, that's one of the major reasons. Trump called McCabe a major who took massive amounts of money for his wife's campaign. This is the thing. Graft in the United States of America doesn't work like, here, let me give you money and you can put it in your pocket. That's not the way it works. That's not the way bribes and graft work. You have a foundation or you have a political ally. Clinton's political allies are her tentacles everywhere. Do you think that Madam Secretary, Madam Cyberhack, do you think the Golden Muumuu is meeting with Elizabeth Warren to help Elizabeth Warren campaign? Why do you think I'm wearing the shirt? Why do you think I have this Hillary 2020 sticker? She's going to run again. McCabe's going to get indicted, and the whole rotten edifice is going to come crashing down. Even Tom Fitton is saying that. And Tom Fitton is the tip of the spear regarding everything. Tom Fitton, John Solomon. There are a number of other people, but they are absolutely amazing. Tom Fitton, without him, we wouldn't have received or obtained probably 75% of the information we know about Uma Abedin's laptop with classified intelligence. I mean, everything. Everyone is seeing the writing on the wall. Matthew Whitaker, John Yoo, Ken Starr. Everyone is saying, look, indictments are imminent. They're going to indict Andrew McCabe. What takes place next will be pretty much a repeat of 2016. We are going into next year, election season. I repeat, do not be surprised. Do not be surprised when this election season turns out to be far more disruptive, chaotic, divisive than 2016. They're not going to gleefully coast towards a complete, just monumental, catastrophic loss with Warren or Biden, and they already cheated Bernie. Clinton, it's September, October, November, December, January. She also has February, the beginning of February. Don't talk about, she has to file a certain time. There is no, like I said, there is no, like I get into my shtick, there is no date to file. Okay? There are also laws against funneling $80+ million from state parties into your campaign. It didn't apply to Clinton. She's waiting for the right time to jump in. Okay? This simple concept. She's waiting for the right time to jump in. McCabe will get indicted officially. So William Barr is scheduled to indict McCabe. Maybe later today, maybe tomorrow. Keep your eyes on this channel and H.A. Goodman's other channel, and subscribe to H.A. Goodman's sports channel to just kind of relax and unwind. If you like sports, to get away from all this political madness. But when they say, how could she run if she's a criminal? She doesn't care. Well, she's going to get indicted. I've been saying that eventually Clinton will get indicted. People say, well, where are the indictments, H.A.? Well, in 2016, when Comey should have, and even James Baker agreed with me that the indictments were imminent for Clinton, Comey covered everything up. We know that now. I've consistently stated after the election, could be before, but after the election, she'll get indicted. Because that will be the lowest point of her political influence. And at that point, there won't be a Democratic Party. The Democratic Party will completely and utterly implode. So will the media. It'll be fantastic. Why do you think I'm wearing the shirt? For my health? This is fantastic. Everyone should have a Hillary 2020 shirt. Just walk around the house and just be like, yeah, that's great. Please, God, please. Because the same Democrats who are like, Trump, resistance, we're the resistance, will be like, oh my God. Oh my Lord. We're going to be forced to vote and lose again. And it'll be absolutely what they deserve. For cheating Bernie Sanders, for pushing the country into a new Cold War, for upholding a foreign policy that is espoused by Max Boot and Bill Kristol, and the Democratic Party is just for setting up and framing Trump. You cannot frame and set up an innocent man in any country of the world, especially not the United States of America. Even if you don't like his personality, too bad for you. If you don't like his personality, that doesn't give you the right. It does not give you the right. Give me your thoughts below. It's not Andrew McCabe's wife's fault, but it kind of is. Or it's his fault for allowing the money transfer to take place. There's so many transfers of money from Uranium One officials to the Clinton Foundation, from Terry McAuliffe to Andrew McCabe to all these transfers of money. Interesting how there aren't transfers of money with Trump, but there's all these 85 donors giving $156 million. All these transfers of money, and just coincidentally, nobody in the media cares. Wonder why? Give me your thoughts below. Andrew McCabe's going to get indicted. The indictments are imminent. And ladies and gentlemen, it's happening, folks. The dominoes are going to fall. Then you're going to have Peter Strzok in hot water, James Comey in hot water. All of them. Once McCabe flips and sings. Give me your thoughts below. Please check out H.A. Goodman's other channel. Subscribe there. It's over 10,000 subs. And subscribe. I just started. And that is the great Sean Kemp as the photo on H.A. Goodman's sports channel. Give me your thoughts below. It's actually a photo of like a starting lineup action figure, and it comes with the rookie, not the rookie card, but the basketball card. Anyway, give me your thoughts below. That's the profile of H.A. Goodman's other channel. Of H.A. Goodman's sports channel. Check that below. If you want to support my voice long term, my Patreon is below. Thank you.